welcome back on our channel. It's so great to have you back. I hope you're all well. And today we have a bit of a different topic.
So recently we had a few videos on the topic of practicing, but today we are diving into warming up. So the question today is warming up necessary?
Yeah, I have been warming up a lot during my studies and even before because my teachers were telling me to do so. But I never found that I was actually doing something useful. I think sometimes it was actually okay to do that because I felt a little bit insecure about a performance or something. But in general, I always thought, why am I doing this? If I had a performance on my own where my teacher was not with me, I actually rarely did that. Or also before lessons, many singers are warming up and I was rarely doing that, and still I could sing. So I thought, is it actually really useful? Is it really necessary? My answer, and I mean, everyone has a different opinion and experience, of course, but my answer is no. In my case, it's only useful if I feel really uncentered and not totally healthy, maybe because I'm just getting a cold or because I have been having hoarseness after or during a cold and I'm just recovering from it. So of course then I need the warming up a little bit as a reminder of the technique rather than just for the sake of warming up. But other than that, if I want to really warm up, I rather do physical work like walking, jumping, a little bit of cardio. Speaking helps me a lot. And there are many singers who claim that they cannot really sing in the morning because the voice is not awake yet. But I think in the end, that's just solved by getting up a bit earlier. And I mean, I am not a morning person, but still sometimes I have to do the effort just to be able to sing at 10 a.m. and be totally fit and bright. And maybe I just go for a walk or I jump a little bit around the house or and I speak a bit and that's it. You know, it doesn't have to be extremely sophisticated or complicated. Unless the musical piece that you're singing is extremely complicated and maybe requires a lot of effort and a lot of energy and some very tricky tools that you still have to train into your muscle memory. But again, that's just maybe the lack of training or, you know, for everyone that's different. In the end, I think if the muscle memory is well trained, it's going to be there at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m., whatever you do.
So, Tabea, why do you say that? You said that it's better to exercise, to move around the house. Why not doing something with the vocal cords?
Because the vocal cords are just a part of our singing, but the very important part of our singing is just the entire body. So there are many, as you know, there are many muscles that are being used for breathing and supporting, so holding back the breath and everything. And it really helps to keep them active or to get them activated if it's early in the morning. And just everything around the vocal cords works much better if you do that. And they are already awake if you speak in the morning. I mean, the morning voice, of course, is there if you haven't spoken. Or maybe if you had a rough night or didn't sleep enough, of course, it's a bit harder. But most of it, it's just your muscles also being a bit low in energy or your entire body being low in energy. So it's good to just have, even if it's just 5 minutes of cardio or a short walk around the house or in the park, that really, really helps. It just gets the entire body, including the vocal cords, more activated.
I totally agree with you with what you are saying. I also am not a huge fan of warming up the voice. As you said, the vocal cords are already vibrating when we are speaking. So what I am doing, as you mentioned also, is to center the modes. So as some of you may know, we have 4 modes in CVT. We have neutral, curving, overdrive, and edge. And to each of these modes, we have certain vowels that we can work on. And when I want to warm up and kind of establish the modes, I pick one vowel from each of the modes. In neutral, it would be E like C. So I just start to work on single notes on the piano, not too high, not too low, in comfortable place. So I just go very simple, E, and that's it. And I go a few notes higher, a few notes lower. Then I go for curving and I choose the vowel U, like U. ooh, ooh. So after doing a few notes, I go to overdrive, and in overdrive we have two vowels, A and O, and for me much more comfortable is the vowel A. So the character of the overdrive is shouty. So I don't even think about singing at that moment, I just think about shouting at somebody like A, and that comes very naturally. And then I go to edge, which is sharper than overdrive, but it also has the vowel A, like stay. So the difference would be A in overdrive and A in edge. So that is mainly what I do. And I also like to work on some support exercises. It's also something with the body, as you mentioned, Tabea. But this is just an appetizer. We're gonna make a video on modes and on the support for sure. So that would be all for now. If it's about me and sound examples, you can also check them out on the page of the Complete Vocal Institute.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can check them out on the website, and they also have an app. There's a free version and a paid version, and there you can already read a little bit more about the modes and about how they sound, which character they have. I think Daria explained it really well already. But if you want, you can just go back to that and watch our video again, the part where Daria was giving now the sound examples, and so that you understand a little bit better how they work. Maybe you're already familiar with the CVT, but yeah, it's very good to know the modes and to know the vowels so that you can actually stay centered, as we were discussing now, because that will also help you through harder times where you have maybe issues because of a cold or some other illness, maybe a tour or some long studio recordings. So that will definitely help you to just keep your voice in the best shape and give every time your best.
What I also like to do sometimes is to establish the twang a little bit more. I just simply do the witch laugh or the horn, so it can be different for everybody. It would be like or So of course I overdo it, right? It's just too much of the twang right now, but it's a good one, I think, for warming up.
Yeah, and I mean, in the end, whether it's too much or not, maybe also a matter of taste. But it's always good to go to the extreme a little bit, especially if you lack in twang or if you have problems with too much air on your voice. That will be very helpful so that you can control it a little bit better and you can always sing in a healthy manner.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter that you are singing like this. It's just the twang can help. It's not an effect. It's a great set if you want to reach higher or lower pitches.
Yeah, and we are definitely gonna talk more about twanging in other videos, so stay tuned. We hope you liked this one today and you found it very useful, and we hope to see you very soon.
Yes, and if you are interested in booking a session with us, we leave the contact details in the description below. It was very cool to have you here, and we hope to see you next time. Bye!